I'm not sure if it's self-diagnosed or the doctor diagnosed her, but she claims she has ADHD and she wants to let us know.
Okay, I have a TV.
Sometimes I'm one no ADHD. No, but I used to like ADHD.
All right. So as a victim of ADHD,
Victim?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm a victim. Your parents have separated. You have to deal with a lot. Having a parent who's more like irresponsible, I can say.
Irresponsible.
Yes.
What was pushing you to even want to just run away from home?
Okay,
what were you going through emotionally and mentally?
Okay, go. First of all, that was the first attempt.
That was the first attempt. Okay.
I was jealous. I don't want to lie, guys. I'm sorry, but I grew up being a jealous kid to other kids. Yo, dude, my mom, she bought me this. Damn, nigga, why are you talking about your mom? I don't have my mom at home and she's alive. You know,
you had a stepmom?
I had a couple of them.
Daddy was a Rolling Stone. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Hope Aftermath. And but today we're not talking about the bling stuff, the diamonds, the crystal. Today we talking about something else. Maybe the community might not be aware of it. Maybe the community might be aware of it, and it's what's called ADHD. So now I got my sister here, Ndumiso, and well, I'm not sure if it's self-diagnosed or the doctor diagnosed her, but she claims she has ADHD and she wants to let us know what actually is going on. She wants to educate everyone on what a person with ADHD goes through, what she's like, what happens with this type of person, and what type of care that person needs.
Sure, Okay, so ADHD is an abbreviation for attention deficit or / hyperactive disorder. So ADHD is more like attention deficit. So for our understanding, you can see a person that the symptoms that has to do with a lot of fidgeting. Okay, doing a lot of things, maybe, I don't know if you get me.
I don't have it. I wouldn't know.
Okay, but
you
no.
talk to someone who doesn't
it's
know.
Like
Okay,
I have a TV.
Sometimes I'm one no ADHD. No, but I used to like ADHD.
All right. So as a victim of ADHD,
victim.
Yes, okay. I'm a victim.
Okay.
ADHD. Okay, I'm a student. So sometimes when maybe I'm in class, the teacher is teaching, but attention on my corner. I have my pen. I'm flicking, click, clack, click, clack. You see, it's a sign of ADHD.
Okay, so you know what I get, because ADHD, there's hyper deficit, and then there's deficit, and then there's when it's hyper, and then there's like when you can't focus on anything.
Yeah.
And then there's that thing that you are able. When it's hyper, I think you want to do a lot of things in one time. Then
you decline.
Okay, what does declining mean?
Declining in a sense like, let's say for instance, I'm a student, like I said, I have 5 homeworks. So out of those 5 homeworks, I think, okay, now I have to write my economics. I have to write my business studies. I have to do my maths. I have to study. I have to revise Mzukina testing.
Mind you, even the one who doesn't have ADHD has to do the same thing.
Yes, okay. Has to do the same thing. So Kumashako, one with the ADHD, without the ADHD, can do all those things, or maybe do 2 things, and then they just lays up. But then there's me with ADHD. I'm like, okay, fine, let me do this. Okay, 5. I'm going to calculate all these 5 things. So ka process la calculator, I'm going to go on my phone, research on how to do 5 things at one time.
Instead of actually doing the 5 things.
Instead of doing them at that time, you see. And then kumashaku nkarhi luwani nga wu yi teka na hi endla research i nkarhi loko a ni fanele ni endla swilo leswiya. And then instead of doing the things, I go to sleep. Then mzuku nampundzu ni pfuka ni ri na a lot of work, ni ri messed up. You see, that's ADHD. Mara, as a victim again.
Like wait. Like what? Like look, mono. Atukuma. Akuma mkhuhlwane, victim of mkhuhlwane.
Yeah, a victim of mkhuhlwane.
No, man, I feel like you like to love so no.
No, okay.
Like it's a condition.
Yeah, it is a condition.
A victim, like it's a condition. Like,
okay.
It happens to everyone. It can happen to anyone.
All right. Okay,
yeah,
I'm not a
so
victim.
Like,
I'm not a victim.
It's just a condition, right?
Yeah, it's just a condition.
Because they say that you are victimized.
Yeah, I'm victimized.
So like no, man, it's just a condition.
All right.
Maybe you really wanna you. Now,
it grows with you. It grows with you. So it can start from
you're
not literally born with it. I started discovered the symptoms that leti ta ADHD ngava na tone. Ntivone, I think I was in grade 6.
So wait a minute. Before ukota kutivona, does that mean to I think
I'm not sure about that.
So that's what I'm saying, because just because Collins, and then I come to the realization that doesn't mean
yeah, okay.
So that's what I'm trying to say. Maybe it's a condition you're born with, because ADHD and you take the
I don't know about that.
I'm supposing maybe you were born with it.
Yeah.
And as you grow up, now maybe you're in your teenage years, say.
And then it grows, say you were serious, man, you were strong in your mind.
Maybe you're confused because now you're also going through a puberty stage. You know, so like when puberty and the ADHD combine, now it's a whole mess because you're going through a stage of discovery. You don't understand a whole lot of things. You're discovering a whole new things. And then there's this thing, you can't focus on one thing, Gogo.
Yeah, you can focus on one thing. You know, another thing it has to do ADHD was convinced to be anxiety. I actually...
You thought you had anxiety while you had ADHD.
It was ADHD. Nikume a formal and a proper diagnosis in 2022 at a psychologist. So I explained to her what's going on. You understand? So there's this thing when you wake up in the morning, you drink coffee, ne? So that, okay, I can have a productive day and all that. But since now I realized, one of the things, it was coffee. Because apparently coffee causes anxiety, and instead of giving me more energy, I get to sleep.
Yeah, well, like that's why too much, even when coffee is good in the morning, too much of coffee is not good
too much.
Someone.
Yeah, it's not.
So and like coffee messes up your heart rate, it messes up. So now, even when you have ADHD, you can also have anxiety too, because right now, for instance, you have all those 5 assignments and you're writing an exam, right? Yeah. You can't manage to finish all of those things
in one time.
You can't
in one
do
day.
all those things in one day. Matter of fact, you data come book economics, a comma book physics, a comma maths, a comma psychology. So at the end of the day, I had a chapter at each of all of those things, and so you do actually so and then when you wake up in the morning, now you're anxious because I'm going to write, but I didn't finish reading.
I didn't even study.
Exactly.
I didn't do my assignments.
So the anxiety there also comes in. You understand?
Yeah, it does come in.
Okay, so like we mabonela we mvone. Loku munhu ne arina ADHD. How Okay, yeah, Mr.
Yo.
What do you do,
Go
big brother?
Sorry to disturb you guys.
Sure.
I also have a question,
Yeah.
because she was talking, you were saying something about being born with the ADHD, and then you were saying probably could be something that had to do with her going through adolescence and stuff, those kind of things.
Yeah.
I also want to ask along those lines that is it not something that was triggered by some previous experiences or triggered by something, because there's some kind
Yeah.
of trauma that can trigger something.
Yeah.
Trauma's valid, 100% valid.
Okay, so do you understand what he's saying? He's saying like if maybe there's a possibility that you might find that you were not born with it, but something happened in your life that triggered
Yeah.
that thing.
So, okay, let me explain this. During the time, Lokonda like a psychologist, those sessions, you know, I got counseling to understand
How
what.
old were you? Yeah, okay, it's fine.
I was 14.
Okay, you were 14, but it's fine. It's not a problem. It's not a
I
big.
know.
Okay, but it's a normal thing.
It's a normal thing, I know.
Sure.
So, when I got to the psychologist, I wanted to understand ko ADHD
really-
yini.
okay.
Why irna me, you understand?
What is really going on
'Cause
with it? Mm-hmm.
during that time, I was going through hell.
Okay.
Want to say,
Okay, how
so
hell?
how hell? Let's say think of being at the age of 8. I had to say this. I'm sorry to anyone, at all, but at the age of 8, you have a little sister. At age 3, so at that age, your parents have separated. You have to deal with a lot. Having a parent who's more like irresponsible, I can say.
Irresponsible.
Yes, I don't want to say in what sense, but then you have the responsibility to become a mother to yourself and
Mother
that
to your
kid,
daughters, yes.
my little sis. You understand? Because okay, yes, the traumas were there, which could have triggered the ADHD, Mr. Ghost.
And like maybe that at that age when the parents divorced and then you were left with your dad, and then all the things that were happening in the house, just you and your dad and your little sister, could have triggered this thing.
Yes.
And then because right now, like, you don't know, you want your mom, but no, you can't go to your mom because now you bound. What was really maybe what were you going through in that time?
Okay, let me say.
Like what was going on in your life? Maybe you don't have to talk about other things, but
Yeah.
like what were you going through mentally?
So by year 2022, I was in class, and I think it was around June. I had lost someone who was very dear to my heart. She was a little baby, 4 years of age. And then a lot of things were
baby?
happening. No,
You had a baby?
no, I didn't have a baby, Gogo.
Okay.
It was a friend. She was a friend.
4-year-old friend.
Yes.
Okay.
So the baby passed away.
Okay.
I had a very tough time in terms of accepting that. Mara, after accepting it, messed up. One thing I remember, we were in this room with my other friends. The others were boys. Because I was, living a life of a boy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So Konje, you were once a tomboy.
Yes, I was once a tomboy, Gogo.
So what? So I think this also came out of there. I think that whole separation of the parents triggered a whole lot of things.
A lot of things.
Okay.
So what happened in that room? Nzunzuka, I was holding my phone. It was open. And then I don't remember what happened next.
Yeah.
But nipuke niri in the other room, kurna ma EA, van fufutela moya. Because allegedly, I had collapsed.
What are EAs? Assistant, okay.
Yes,
teacher
educators,
assistant. Okay, yes.
assistants.
Sure.
So, ka collapse ka me, a friend of mine who was there, I was screaming, saying, "Lava mama!" And then I was on the floor. Loko, I had to go to the staff room because my parents had arrived.
Both of them.
My father and grandmother.
Okay.
You see.
Yeah.
So, in my life, and then mama counseling la maya, va discover ADHD na separation anxiety, PTSD. I don't know.
What is PTSD?
Post stress traumatic disorder.
Okay.
Yes, you understand?
Yes.
Because you are under stress. So mfanele yenda leswi, mfanele mukaka ina tsala homework, makona mina homework, and all these things. Yeah. So you understand? So it came to a point where I ran away from home.
Yeah, I remember. So, my nigga. So like, thing is, I just like I was seeing home girl. She's from my neighborhood, you know. So one time, now I'm from the plaza going down home.
Yeah.
Meeting home girl. I'm running home. Like what? Come here, come here, baby girl, come here. Hey, where you
What was
going?
she saying? What was
She
she
was
saying?
screaming.
And I was running, screaming.
And running at the same time.
So I was like, what? Me, I'm thinking somebody's chasing her, something is bad. I'm like, nah,
Sure,
come here,
sure.
come here,
Yeah,
come here.
yeah.
Come here, be the bigger bro. Like, what's up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm running home.
I'll say,
So yeah, I had to be the bigger bro. Like, nah, man, you crazy. You crazy. Like, if you're running from home, where you gonna go to? I'm looking at everybody else right here is smoking drugs. They're probably gonna take advantage of her. Just go out there and smoke your beers, and they're gonna slice her up. I was like, nah.
At that time, were you not thinking probably that she was high on something?
Nah, she didn't, because I knew her. She
during
was
that time,
still a child.
I was still a child, and I was
could
totally
see.
sober.
Yeah, I could see. So I could see she was not high. Like, even when I managed to calm her down, she could listen to me. So now I just want you maybe to tell the audience, like, okay, so like, what was pushing you to even want to just run away from home?
Okay,
like, what were you going through emotionally and mentally? You know?
Okay, go. First of all, that was the first attempt.
That was the first attempt. Okay.
And then we got Mapurisa for your information.
Wow. Okay, what happened? We went
Yeah,
back, and then what did you do?
Yeah,
again?
because we go unstopper, and then I was like, this guy is talking trash. Man,
Yeah, and
because
I
you
didn't-
did look confused.
Yeah, because maybe I didn't understand the situation. Like, okay, when you're going, like, bro, where are you gonna go if you're not going home?
If I'm not going home.
Where are you more safe than at home? But actually, at home is where hell is, you know?
Yeah. So, within we are home, ne? When I ran away, I decided to call my grandmother, because she was the person who could bring me close to my mom since Veleme. I was jealous. I don't want to lie, guys. I'm sorry, but I grew up being a jealous kid to other kids. Yo, dude, my mom, she bought me this. Damn, nigga, why are you talking about your mom? I don't have my mom at home and she's alive.
Oh, shit.
You see, my little sister, there's this one day, she came crying. After, because Kaya, we're from the hood. It was last week. Let's say, for instance, Mama Arilani. Next thing, months, she disappeared. And then the other one be like, is it true, Mama Weiloville? Like, damn, my mom is alive. What you trying to say?
Oh, okay. So who was asking those type of
Nah, it was other kids who assumed that our mother has passed away.
Nah, man. Maybe kids don't assume. Maybe they probably had parents talking.
Yeah.
It's just gossip, neighborhood gossip.
Yeah, neighborhood gossip.
Sure.
Also to come in there, as much as we say maybe other kids are gonna gossip or maybe get it from their parents, what about what we see as well as kids? Because I go to school with you, then I start seeing changes in your life. I start seeing you having those kind of episodes, and I'm starting to ask myself, is it maybe because maybe one parent is no longer there, or maybe one either
No, but
separation or
like
somebody passed away?
Yeah,
Because you
like,
see a change in
thing is-
someone else, like you're going like this, and then there comes a spike where you go up. And
No,
down.
like, I understand that, but I'm just thinking, like, if maybe they never seen a funeral at your house, why are they asking about death? They could say, maybe, did your mom go somewhere? Where is your mom at?
But we have to assume as people, bro.
But death,
people do assume
Okay.
because
Good,
death could be the wildest. Kids are wild.
Yeah, okay, maybe
My
that's
sis
the
was
first
about
thought,
6 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, age mates.
Mhm.
You see,
Okay.
and she saw
What?
Gogo.
6?
Yeah, she saw Gogo. Think of a kid. Okay, I as your friend, your schoolmate, a kid in the neighborhood, and then now last time you checked, unvone nirna 2 parents, but now one parent is taking me to school. I'm still a kid.
Yeah, sure.
One parent is taking me to the mall. One
Where's
parent.
the other one? Did
Where's
she
the
pass-
other
did
one?
she pass away?
Did she pass away?
Okay.
Where did she go?
Yeah.
And kids, we knew nothing about divorces during that time. So your mom must have passed away.
No,
So
okay,
Vex,
so
Ole
that-
Dilovin, want to say, then my little sister comes running, says, Wari Mami Lovile, Wari Lovile. And I'll be like, no, she's here, she's a queen, I don't know. Because
Okay, so you guys were not given answers or explanations
Yes,
of
we're not-
what really happened.
Yeah,
Like, the
'cause-
parents separated.
yeah, the
But
parents
I'm not saying that
separated.
afamba.
And then after a year and a half, mama, and she was a total stranger. You know,
Can I come in before? Sorry.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I wanted to ask as to like the separation and your mom not being there. How did that affect you emotionally?
It was painful. Because, you see, having another woman to take over your life as your mom, and then she's not what you expected. You know?
You had a stepmom?
I had a couple of them.
Daddy was a rolling stone. Okay.
Yeah, you see. So, just imagine Gogo. Now you're seeing this one. Now I'm a people's person. You know me. Yeah, I don't mind having new people in the family. Now tomorrow you see the other one. When you get comfortable with them, you see the other one. Now fuck man, I want my mom. Want to see something. So that's how it was like. You see? Yeah. So I did run away from home. So Gogo. To give you closure.
Yeah, give me closure. What happened?
To give you closure, I called my grandma, and then she was like, Nima kanjani? I was like, I'm going to the police station. I went to the police station, explained to them what was going on, and then they were like, we're taking you home. We want your dad to explain for himself. I'm saying, like, yeah, this child. Mind you, my father would go to vacations without paying for electricity in the house. There was no food. I'm telling you something that's for Rose. I learned how to cook up for myself during those times.
When you at the vacation.
Yeah, when you look at the vacations. I'm on this bed. Next thing, dude, how can you go to hospital where groceries next thing, after a week, the guy comes back. Alcohol. And I said, okay, alcohol now, you can go and get yourself some beers.
No, okay, no, but like, what about food in the house? When he comes back, does he buy food in the house?
No, he didn't. Like, things just continued. Like, went on. Sometimes, Daddy, I'm sorry if you're watching this. But if you continue, he wakes up in the morning, baths. In Avuya, he's a teacher. Avuya, he sleeps. In the evening, he comes back. So, after school, okay, daddy's here now. Let me go and play. When you come back, he's not there. So, mind you, Gogo, I had to become a tomboy. Because Sheikh Sungula, when he was angry, he would insult me. Okay, if I had a son, maybe it wouldn't be like this. See?
Okay.
Yeah. So speaking like, okay, I don't know, because like accommodate my father, the other boy next to my house was a Akurum. So okay, so this is how he wears. I'm aware like him. He listens to hip hop. My dad has a car. Let's see, we're on. Next thing, that's how I started rapping and all that. Yeah, but you get the point, right? Yeah, so that's how my life was like. So until we go ADHD, you develop a liar but the PTSDs were there, anxieties were there. I'm not sure about depression, but I used to cry every day.
Maybe you might find that it could have not been like maybe ADHD. It could have been all of these things happening to you all at once
time.
And then like because you're also going through like a puberty stage, you're still trying to figure things out, like,
okay, so what's going on,
everything, like and like life is like requiring you to grow up at an early age.
Ghost
That's the ghost.
I think before I disturbed you, she was still trying to explain to us when her mom came back. You were saying something along that.
Yeah,
my mom didn't come back. We had to visit my mom
after a year and a half.
Okay. We were actually fetched because this thing of mama queen. So my aunt came, Mama Nkulu. She's also from the hood. She was like, phela sisukumbula bana bana ye. And then we saw our mom. And then yavakacha regularly. Then came a point I was like, no nigga, ain't no way. My mom is alive and you want me to stay with you? Hell nah. And then usiku jeje gogo. Zakuniteketela na nyamalala. Was the night. It was a Sunday, 1st June of 2022.
So loko umvakachile leni and kako late mama umvakachile ne. Time iba atakuteka muka mendlwini.
No.
Angakuteka.
Angantikanga.
Kwendleke njani loko utaduka ngwani?
Loko ntaduka ukhuluma kuduka kame
Duka kawe shweshwe.
Duka kame gogo, this is what Duka kame gogo, this is what happened.
Dukise kuyini?
So anta le kerekeni.
Ungerimela swintavana.
Kuta kereke magriza. You know, I have one of no family gogo tell kahle kahle la mali. Well, imsaka yonke gogo shilo shako. So like a kereke li antukume okay. I love singing. Nafsha gimbalela nishkume kwa lions, operas and all that.
But high notes.
The high notes go. So, loko nivuya on my way. La and sorry viewers, but la comes my dad's friend.
Oh, kulma la.
Gilap, preaching la. Intale kereke na inerme. They dropped me off. My dad's friend, we walked together because he was going to my house. So right now I was walking. I come from church. Okay, night. We walk. He tells my dad, so your daughter comes from church. Queen, hala. You see? Okay, nigga realizes, no. This kid, the preacher, irrelative ya makwaye. And it was that time kaku I all over.
The preacher is who's
the founder of the church is my mom's relative.
Okay.
This other church, the founder of this church, Gogo. I'm not gonna mention names.
Sure. I see it.
Our relative.
Okay, all right. All right.
We have a lot of relatives, Gogo.
Yeah.
So now this man, okay, fine. Now say my jambu. And vabzu. Nam karla ku Gogo. La stratin lan ngambal tintangu.
Mina tiko shayetlele la tiko
shayetlele
la asetwa kuhlamba
la anovabza gogo anovabza
awukuna swikwembu hey awukuna swikwembu akwa profita ye yena kahle no kahle kulungiseta
gogo ashiriko shaku imani swi eliminate
swikwembu vutana sesinomsa angayibana mela
because sesinomsa iwalaveka
because yini mkulu ka weme.
So was there a point where like she was doing
I was programmed
thing like okay
I can say I was programmed to do that
programmed to hypnotize
in a sense yaku you know when we're in peer pressure. So in our class, I'm sorry guys again, but in our, I have to say this though, in our class, there's this girl, she was my friend last year. Next thing in our ancestral calling, this other one in ancestral calling. Next thing when the other one goes like this, shukulela.
because
that was the main reason I couldn't do kumasinambanya kerekeni. Because angambali ntangogo o Stephen o ntankumanti khomelele sontayile esikolweni maybe numala ngikhomele this other day one vutisa utayo kweni nkarilo I was like I'm coming from church.
No man tiko shayetlele
phela
lo muntu oshayetlela kugqoka uthi ntangu.
So when you saying there was a time where you used to not wear clothes and
shoes,
yeah.
Ooh. Shoes, man, just shoes. The clothes stayed on. It's just only the shoes, you know.
Yeah, where you used to not wear shoes. And then also you had some, I don't know whether they were your classmates or schoolmates who had those things of spirituality now. And obviously I know at school,
you know,
once that thing starts, that thing and then they fall. Next week another one is gonna happen to the next one. The next week the other one, which really? I don't know where that comes from.
Like guys, like for me, I don't know. In my times of school, these sangoma things, they were demons, guys. It was demonic. Now these things are like I feel like it's a new thing.
It is a new thing, Gogo.
You know,
because they ain't no way. I wanna be honest. I wanna be honest. It is a new thing. Because there ain't no way, God, we say, holy, holy Jesus, you are Lord. And then when I go to school, go away, laugh, ubanhloko desk. Yeah.
Nah, it's possible because
it's
now,
possible.
no, because I get this thing is an ancestral calling,
Yes.
and then your father might have decided to go to church and then say, no, my kids, you're going to church, but your grandmother,
But then,
utithokoza ngawo.
Yeah,
you know-
ilakuthokozana me. But the thing is, my whole family, it Christians. You see.
But you don't know
Oh,
my
no,
crease
no,
at
bro.
all. You don't
Oh,
know.
my crease. Okay,
You
I
won't
get
know.
that.
You won't know. Like that's why. Like thing is, I think this Changoma thing it's an ancestral thing. It goes
But
to
then
someone from the
It goes to
behind who wants to
someone,
wake
but
up
this
with
thing,
you.
may I'd like to. I understand that. That ne? I understand that. But the thing is, say
Oh yeah.
Ashiringo. One this is ghost.
Yeah, I want to ask you a question on that. Like the minute you're saying Asherengofu, and the reason I brought up your friends, cool. If Swindlekela this one this week, next week it's this one.
Yes.
There's that thing where if you check today, when it comes to the LGBTQ community, where
Oh yeah.
this year is this one what transition, and next year is this one what
Really?
transition, and next year.
Yeah, go.
Yeah,
I'm here.
bro. Yeah, haven't you seen?
not
When
really.
This friend does
Living
this,
under a
next
rock,
year,
bro.
The other grade, there's one lane I was gonna transition. So, Kasile Sob Kwembu and stuff, especially you, since you're saying it's something that happened to you. Is it not that thing you kokoba na fashion your car at a specific time where now you feel like something, even though something is not there, but you feel like you are gifted in some
Yeah,
way.
because I don't wanna lie. Ancestral calling me. I had your school when I was strating.
It was BS.
It was a strict thing.
Yeah. It was.
No, I
crap.
wouldn't go home and be like, I have an ancestral calling.
Yeah, so it was.
Because
crap.
I would sing a worship song.
At home.
Kongeriwa, what was
Yeah.
So go name.
Mm.
This is what was going on. Shitlolela esikolweni. Loko lwa ku A. Nami nilandzela ni ku A. Se ushakuna lwa ngo A. Loko suka la ka me next week sisula.
Yimi se loko uku eniwe kusekubhoma mavoko va ku bela mavoko.
No, va nga bi mavoko vo chuwa.
So
And then next thing ta hey Ndumiso I was screaming.
swimi swo tiyimela swo a wu za ku vulavula u khipa xiprofit u ku yo
I don't know what
yo
was
shake
going on.
ntsena.
This other girl.
What do they say happened?
Nah, I used to shake Mirila. There was this other girl who would say, I see a man in our class.
A man.
A man.
Not a kid, not a boy,
No,
not a
a
student,
man.
a man.
I'll see a man in our class. And then this other one was a boy. He was like, Chela. You know those things. But where's the frog? Where's the frog? Yeah, I think so.
What if they were on something, they were smoking something, they were
Yeah, it
high?
could be. It could You see, it could be
It
Gogo.
could be high,
Oh, yeah,
bro. It
okay, so
could
these
be
niggas,
high.
ne, they were clearly smoking.
Yeah.
What about hypnotization?
Yeah. What about being hypnotized? Because
Dilulu.
because right now you see, I feel like apparently in our days in schools now we're dealing with devil worshippers and satanists. So now apparently these guys they would come for people's books, come
Yeah.
for people's minds and all those stuff. So these were tactics to maybe make others fail, make others maybe so those are the type of things that we got. So apparently
pinky lie.
so apparently apart from pinky those are like people or maybe spirits that came and spread a specific type of air. So it could be the same thing. Now they just looking at it's a remix. Go okay,
Yeah.
now y'all guys gotta se loko vele avo okay va swi vona siku rin'wana kaya va ku no Ndumiso we nga ku na swikwembu we a hi fambi u ya thwasa a wu ta swi kota
Steve Mara.
the way it
Judging
was
by the situation
at
le
that
under
time.
kayo. Anile. I was a real gogo. I would be a real gogo.
sweswo u ta vuthokozisa
And the van red and white outfit of Valentine's.
Yeah.
On Komago.
It's all
Ghost.
about love.
Then it comes back to that thing. There are some people who will tell you, some people just that the bat was seed but they are not sangomas.
Yeah.
Because it was just a fashionable thing at that time.
Yeah.
And they ended up
bro.
in the head. And then now they went on batwas about Mesamali and stuff.
Yeah,
like
but
that.
do you know the one scenario about people apparently when people get AIDS, when people
Yeah,
get
I was about to say
really
that.
sick and then like people they're scared of taking the medication, they go out to twasa.
Yeah, I also heard
So
this
what twasa kuba vibes, usulavi kutinhlolo usula nje uphuza ama ARVs, right wanya, uja healthy,
you know, livers and all that.
Live a longer life than maybe someone
But
doesn't
then
even have.
another thing we should remember, ne, these things it's now a business. In a sense,
yeah, it is.
right now, say me, I decided to be a gobela or a prophet, ne?
Yeah.
Gogo, what am I obviously lava mali, ne? So I'm going to influence a person to hype what?
Dating. So
That word.
Oh, okay.
To make people believe good they have an
Hypnotize and
ancestral
stuff.
calling, lead them to me so that they come.
So maybe certain times you tell Guti, you have a child who goes to school. Oh, time, Tanami, go with this, do with this motinje. Just when you get into the you spread it there. Something, but look at my area, you know.
Yeah.
And then
Okay, now coming back to your situation.
My situation.
Yes, your situation.
Particular.
HD. ADHD. Yes. What is the relationship now like between you and your parents?
Okay. And me, I have a mom and a father, not a dad.
Okay, father.
So father, it's more like a stranger. Since numbalekela, numbone the more gogo. I am my life.
Really?
Yeah, that's how it's like. So he sees me at the salon. Hi, Dad. You good? Yeah, I'm good. Okay, yeah, lekker. I pass. See, that's how our relationship.
That's the relationship between you and your dad.
So
You just
it's more
go and
like
pass. So like he's not giving out effort to reach out. You're not giving out to reach out. As long as when you meet, it's high.
Yeah, it's
You're
high.
gone, bounce.
Yeah, bounce. See, but when it comes to my mom, very close.
Yeah.
Like she's filling up the gap that I needed, because I always wanted and that's what she's giving me. When I come from school, she'll be like, how was school today? Mama, nonsense. Mom, I'm going to the choir. Okay, what you gonna need? So my mom, she has been sick. But she does everything in her power to show one ranza.
Yeah.
You know, she's giving me that mother type of thing.